Hey guys, welcome back in X Studios. Today I want to talk about workflow. Have you ever struggled finishing a track or going on with some project? Because I did. But today I'm gonna show you 7 tips that really changed my workflow. Number 1, work with groups. Ableton is my favorite DAW because of this, because you can group all the stuff together. I have also a template. When I start a project, I always have my groups from drums to kick to bass to vocals and so on. So it will make your life easier if you work with groups, even because you can equalize them, you can compress all together with the drums like I did. So I definitely recommended that. Number 2, create your directory folders. When I work, I always have my folders at the side of my project containing my older presets, my new presets, my samples, my projects. In the case of the project especially, I can drag one stem that I have from another project into my new project, and this is really helping me a lot through my workflow. Number 3, consolidate your loops. In my project, especially into the drums, I always use some hi-hats, toms, claps that are always thrown randomly in my project. So I rather consolidate them using Command J with my Mac and have only one piece of music that I can just take from my project and drag it into the next lines. Number 4, create audio racks. If you have seen my latest video, you know that I have a special rack for the kick drum, special rack for the bass. So I rather save all these racks with Ableton. I can just have my presets and then I load them into the kick, the Pro Q, another EQ and the transient shaper all in one. So I don't have to spend so much time finding the right plugin. I always have in my chain. Number 5, turn off your notifications. It always happens that my friends are texting me while I'm working, and so I'm always often distracted by the phone. This can't happen if you are working in the right way. So just turn off your notification from WhatsApp, from Instagram, from Facebook, and life will be so easy. Number 6, learn shortcuts. My hand always hurts because I'm using the mouse too much, so I try to use keyboard, and I've learned pretty much every shortcut I can learn in my keyboard, in my DAW. For example, Command S for save, Command T for open a new audio, Command Shift M to open a new MIDI, and so on. So learn your shortcuts before starting a new project on a new DAW maybe, because this will take you to the next level in terms of workflow. Number 7, freeze your track to save the CPU. You don't always have a good PC to work with, so if you don't use the CPU properly, it will crash your project, it will make you angry. So I'm trying to avoid that, freezing the tracks. Freezing the tracks is a thing that saved my life when I used my old MacBook Pro, because it allowed me to not open a new project just to do some bass lines, to just to open some plugins that are heavier on CPU. When I freeze my tracks, the tracks are basically converted in audio files. So you can just work together with a lot of elements, a lot of heavy plugins, and then if you go back to change something in that file, you can just unfreeze that, then freeze again when you do all the changes. This will really help you. And that's it, guys, my 7 workflow tips that saved my life. Do you have any tips that I should know? Just write down there in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you next week. Ciao!